Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Raj here, and today we are going to be covering what is brand new in macOS Big Sur. So, as far as features to go off right off the gate, we have the experience. So, as you can see here at the top where my mouse is, there is an updated menu bar. So, there is a bunch of new icons, which is quite nice, and the menu bar is now taller, more translucent, allowing for the desktop picture to extend from edge to edge. The words lighten or darken based on the color of your desktop picture, mine being macOS, the default macOS Big Sur wallpaper in the dark theme. Not to mention, the pull-down menus are now larger, with more space between the lines to make everything easier to read. And additionally, there is now a new floating dock. The redesigned dock is lifted from the bottom of your display, and it is more translucent, which, allows the desktop wallpaper to shine through, as you guys can see there at the bottom. My dock, it has quite a lot to it, so... So sorry you can't really see it that well, but that's kind of what it is there. And app icons are all new and even easier to recognize. So for example, iMessage, FaceTime, and Mail, they all now have that new gradient look. I know, that some people have not liked that gradient look, but me personally, I actually like it a lot. So, I'm a really huge fan of that. And now, moving on, we have new icons for some more apps. So, app icons have been redesigned to feel both familiar and fresh. And icons have a uniform shape, but retain the stylistic touches and details that give the Mac its character. So basically, again, going back to iMessage, FaceTime, and Mail, you guys can see that those are definitely the most recognizable as far as icon changes. You also have Siri, of course. You have Find My. You have the Stocks app, which also looks pretty cool. And sorry, the icons are super small. But now going forward, we have lighter window experience. So basically, windows have a lighter, more spacious appearance that makes them cleaner and easier to work with. Additional translucency and rounded edges, design-wise, makes it much better and makes it more cohesive. And as you can see there was a notification from my girlfriend, so, it's also quite awesome for notifications as well, which I will also be getting to in just a bit. But as far as windows go, let me show you guys, for example, the settings panel. As you guys can see there, the corners, they are rounded off. And, it has like that square element to it. So they're definitely starting to transition their iPad Pro / iPhone 12 design language, and even the iPad Air 4 design language, onto the software, which is just quite remarkable, honestly. It's quite awesome what they were able to do with this. And additionally, there is redesigned sheets. So sheets in apps have been completely redesigned, removing borders and bezels to put the focus on your content. They automatically dim the background and scale into the center of the app, which is so nice. There's also new and updated sounds. So system sounds are all new and even more pleasing to the ear. The new system alerts were created using snippets of the original so that they sound familiar, which again is quite amazing. And then there's full height sidebars. So a new look for app sidebars makes it easier to find what you want and gives you more space to get things done. Easily track your mail inbox, access Finder folders, and organize photos, notes, stocks, and more. There's also new symbols throughout macOS, if you guys have not noticed. So when texting somebody, the emojis from iOS and iPadOS have now come finally to macOS. So now there is a universal set of symbols and emojis, which is quite remarkable, honestly. But more in depth about that, the new symbols in toolbars, sidebars, and controls being clarity and consistency across apps, or that they bring that basically, helping you immediately recognize where to click when apps share common tasks like viewing the inbox and mail or calendar, for example. Let's see here. I'm just going to swipe that away. But basically, when apps share common tasks like viewing the inbox and mail or calendar, they share the same symbol. There are also localized versions of symbols with numbers, letters, and dates to match your system language, which is really quite awesome. And also about that notification I just got, guys, that's a personal notification. That's why I swiped it away. It's, from my girlfriend. So if you guys, haven't noticed, surprise, I have one. But yeah, basically, yeah, that's a really private message for me. So I don't want you guys reading that. I'm sorry. But, that's I'm not going to explain that. But anyway, let's move on to Control Center. So Control Center, of course, as you guys can see right here, it's completely redesigned, which is quite awesome. So it's designed just for the Mac. It's basically, the new Control Center consolidates your favorite menu bar items into a single place to give you instant access to the controls to use most. Just click on the Control Center, which, I just did for you guys, in the menu bar, and adjust the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, AirDrop, and other settings without opening System Preferences. Which, guess what, guys? Adjusting the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and AirDrop settings, not to mention all the other settings here, without opening System Preferences is awesome, honestly. I cannot tell you guys how many times in macOS Mojave I had to open up System Preferences in order to, get the basic settings. So it is really quite awesome to see Apple, unifying their software ecosystem, and not only their software ecosystem, their hardware ecosystem too. I mean, it's quite brilliant and remarkable, honestly. And you can also customize Control Center, of course, just like you can in iOS and iPadOS. So you can add controls for apps and features you you use and like most, like accessibility or battery. You can also click for more options. So let's say you want to click and expand the menu, for example, the display options for dark mode, night shift, true tone, and AirPlay. So let me show you guys what that means. So if you guys see that arrow right there, you guys can see I can toggle between light and dark mode right there, or I can, turn on night shift, turn it off, turn off True Tone, or turn on True Tone, connect to my iPad Pro, go to some display preferences, sidecar preferences, and it's basically, it's kind of glitchy sometimes. That's why you guys can see, that's why it's now, on the light version of the wallpaper. So it'll change back most likely, yeah, in just 1 second. So that was just a little bit of a glitch and, just a bit of a delay. But for the sound menu here, you guys can see that I can either have it from the MacBook Pro speakers or the HomePod Mini, which is quite nice. And whatever is in green is what's letting you know what is selected. And you can also change your Wi-Fi networks here. You can connect to personal hotspots, disable Wi-Fi, connect to other networks, go to network preferences, which is quite awesome. Bluetooth, you can click on this, have a list of your Bluetooth devices, and turn it on and off, which is quite nice. AirDrop, you can have it to be set to contacts only or just everyone. I have it just set on everyone. I might switch it over to contacts only, but I'm thinking about it. Do Not Disturb, you can access all of those settings there. Keyboard brightness, you can just basically control how bright you want your keyboard to be. For the backlight, I'm just going to probably set it around less than half, because right now I'm in a very well-lit room, so I don't need it to be that bright. Screen mirroring, you can basically click on that and mirror your Mac screen to an external display like a TV or a monitor, which is quite nice wirelessly. You have your battery percentage here, which, is also in the status bar there. I have that in the status. You have accessibility, and you have this button here, which will switch which user is using the computer, which is a very, very nice shortcut, which is also why I also have it in the status bar right there as well. And basically, you can, that's actually the point I was just getting to, is that you can pin things to the menu bar. So I've basically pinned this right here for the user switching. I've pinned keyboard brightness, I've pinned the battery, I've pinned Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, which I need to actually change these around if I can, which, you know what, I'm going to just give you guys a bit of a demo right now on how that works. So you basically just drag it here and drop it right there. So it's as simple as that. Which is quite nice, actually. But as far as the notification center goes, if I swipe over here from the left, you guys will notice we have a completely new set of notifications, which, by the way, yes, I did clear those because, like I just said, I don't want you guys seeing my private messages between me and my girlfriend, so yeah, I cleared those. And I'll, take a look at them after this video, of course. But basically, for the notification center here, it's just like iPadOS 14 and iOS 14. So you have your widgets right here. You have the calendar for me, weather, reminders, the little bit of a news one there, screen time, which, it's not displaying anything right now because I've not used my Mac enough, and it has the stocks as well as the clocks there, which I need to also change, by the way, to, the cities I want to see. But, yeah, so basically that is widgets right there, and you can easily add new widgets to the notification center by clicking Edit Widgets at the very bottom here. So if you click Edit Widgets, you can add all sorts of widgets, basically, so like small, large, or medium, and you have all of these different options here. But for me personally, I am actually good with what I have, so I am going to just swipe that away. And you can, of course, customize the size and show the amount of information you want to see and drag it into the widget list, which is quite useful. And there's also third-party widgets as well available in the App Store for, select apps, if those apps actually have them. Safari, let's move on to that. So, by launching Safari, you guys will notice it is completely brand new on the Mac. So, we have a whole new set of controls up here. This is to switch tabs, to add new tabs, this is to basically see all of your tabs, this is to go home, to add your favorites, this is the search bar, privacy, like for the trackers at least, this will show you what website's tracking you where, this is the print option, cloud option, history, back and forward buttons, and then this is to see what you are reading, so your reading list. And which is quite nice actually, and the start page itself is actually customizable, so you can choose your background, you can basically do whatever you want honestly with it, which is quite awesome. Apple has opened up Safari quite a lot honestly, which is just incredible. But you can basically now with Safari set your own background to an image or like a solid color. Right now I just have it as like that mint green. I might change it at some point. You can include your favorites, Siri suggestions, reading lists, iCloud tabs, and even a privacy report, which I also just kind of went over there. You have improved performance. Safari was already one of the fastest desktops the fastest desktop browser, and now it's even faster, and it, supposedly, according to Apple, loads frequently visited sites 50% faster on average than Chrome. And that's what I will always say to you guys. If you're using a Mac, do not use Chrome. Never use Chrome. It uses up way too much CPU power and RAM. Always use Safari, and here's why. Because it's just that much more efficient. And not only that, even if, say, you're still using Safari, you can still use, Google.com. It's not like you're sort of limited there. So, yeah, just stop using Chrome if you are, and just use Safari. Safari is an amazing browser, and it's only going to continue to get better with time. It's definitely much better than Chrome. And more about Safari. So now it has improved power efficiency. So Safari is optimized specifically for the Mac. So it's basically more efficient than other browsers on macOS. So anything from streaming video for up to 1.5 hours longer as far as, playback time is concerned. So like say you're watching a YouTube video, you'll have about roughly 1.5 more hours on that video as far as battery life goes versus, say, playing it back on Chrome, which is quite impressive. And you also have that much more time as well. You have up to about an hour more as far as web browsing also goes as well, which is quite awesome compared to, like Chrome and Firefox. And there's also improved, basically, there's, I'm stuttering. There's favicons in tabs. So, default tab favicons help you easily identify open tabs at a glance. And if you guys don't know what favicons are, they're essentially these, like, logos right here. So you'll have basically logos as far as websites are concerned. And you can see more tabs at once. So the new tab bar design displays more tabs on screen at once, so you can quickly move between them, which is quite useful. You have website previews. When you just want a peek at what's going on, hold the pointer over it and get a quick preview of the page. So it's kind of like haptic touch and 3D touch in a way, which is quite nice. And you also have translation. Now this is in beta still currently, but you can translate entire web pages in Safari. So when you encounter a compatible page, you just click on the translation icon, which I do not currently have the translation icon on there, otherwise I would show you. And, normally it just pops up on its own, but it's only with compatible websites. And you can essentially translate, you can just click the translate icon in the address fields to translate into English, Spanish, Chinese, French, German, Russian, or Brazilian Portuguese, which is quite nice, and I'm sure they'll be adding more languages soon. There'll also be Safari extensions on the App Store, so there's basically going to be extensions just like, every other browser out there. And then basically there is another also great thing about it as well, which is grants extensions website access, so you can basically tether it there. You of course have privacy report, which gives you an intelligent tracking prevention to identify trackers and help prevent them from profiting and following you around the web. So Apple provides that nice little tool for us, which is quite awesome. And you have a privacy report dedicated for each website as well, which is quite awesome actually. You can also have a start page privacy report as well. You have import passwords and settings from Chrome. So if you have any saved passwords or anything like that from Chrome, you can easily import it from Chrome to Safari, say if you're moving between browsers. You also have password monitoring, so Safari securely monitors your passwords, automatically keeping an eye out for any saved password that may have been involved in a data breach. If a breach is discovered, Safari helps you upgrade existing passwords and even generates secure passwords automatically. So Safari is going to keep your data private and doesn't reveal your password information to anyone, even Apple. So rest assured, guys, all of your personal information is safe with Safari. Now, moving on to messages, which is another huge topic as well as far as discussion goes for, macOS Big Sur. And I'm sorry this video has gotten super long already, but I really want to move through these things as fast as possible. So messages is essentially the same as it is in iOS 14 and iPadOS 14. So you can pin conversations, you have multiple pinned conversations, you have search, which is quite nice, you have share your name and photo, of course, group photos, which is quite awesome, mentions, inline replies, message effects, hashtag images, Memoji editor, Memoji stickers, and enhanced photo picker, which is quite awesome. Alright, moving on to maps. So, of course, you have guides, which you can discover the best places to eat, shop, explore in cities around the world with guides created by brands you trust. You can create your own guides. You can use Look Around, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with what that is. If not, you can explore select cities with interactive 3D experience, or with a interactive 3D experience that lets you pan 360 degrees and move smoothly through streets, which is quite cool. So it's kind of like Google Earth in a way, but much better. You have cycling routes, which is quite nice. Say if you're a person that rides a bike, you have routes for that. You have electric vehicle routing. Say if you have a person with if you are a person that has an electric vehicle. You have indoor maps, which is quite awesome. Live updates for shared ETA. New maps available in more countries. So now, basically, Apple's new maps is coming to Canada, Ireland, the UK. See detailed roads, buildings, parks, marinas, beaches, airports, and more. You have congestion zones. Major cities like London and Paris have congestion zones to help reduce traffic in dense areas. Maps lets you see congestion zones, tolls, and even helps you route around them. You have license plate restrictions for cities in China that limit driving through dense urban areas. You can see if you have access based on your vehicle's eligibility. Enter your license plate number to find out whether you can go through the city or need to reroute. License plate information is stored securely in maps and never leaves your device. Now, privacy. This is a huge one. Privacy information on the App Store. A new section of each app's page on the App Store helps you understand the privacy practices of each app before you download it. It is similar to the way nutrition labels help you understand what's in your food before buying it. So it's quite useful. Self-reported privacy practices. Developers self-report their apps' privacy practices on the App Store. See types of data their app might collect, like usage data, contact information, or location, and whether that data is shared with third parties. Displayed in a simple format, just as nutrition labels are convenient and easy to read, an app's privacy information on the App Store is displayed in a consistent, simple format. This lets you quickly and easily see the app's privacy practices. Now, moving on to software updates. Faster updates. Once macOS Big Sur is installed, software updates will begin in the background and complete faster than before, so it is easier than ever to keep your Mac up to date and secure. And there's also a signed system volume. macOS Big Sur introduces cryptographically signed system volume. cryptographically signed system volume that protects against malicious tampering. It also means that your Mac knows the exact layout of your system volume, allowing it to begin software updates in the background while you work. And this is some extra stuff. AirPods. Now, just like on iOS and iPadOS, you have automatic switching, which is quite awesome. And what you can do with that is, like, say, if you have any Apple-branded headphones that have the H1 chip in it, or equivalent, or succeeding the H1, you can basically automatically switch between devices as far as your headphones go. You have Apple Arcade, of course. You have optimized battery charging, which is now on the Mac. And you have battery usage history, which is also now on the Mac. And for FaceTime, you have sign language prominence, which is quite awesome. So now, say if you're using sign language on FaceTime, that is now something you can do on the Mac. You have the Home app on the Mac, which is also awesome. You have the Music app, you have Notes, you have Photos, of course. You have Podcasts, Reminders, of course, Spotlight, of course. You have Siri, of course, which now has web answers. You have voice memos, of course. We have Weather, which is completely brand new. You have international features, of course, so like new bilingual dictionaries, new fonts for India, enhanced predictive input for Chinese and Japanese, and localized message effects and messages for India. And as far as new features go in macOS Big Sur, that is everything. And sorry you guys didn't see much on screen. I kind of just wanted to talk about most of them because, some of them are just super small to, like pull up images or show you all that kind of stuff on screen. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. And for my next one, I am most likely going to be catching up again, on the iOS betas. There was actually one just released today as I'm speaking on the 21st. So I will definitely be covering that, and it's a release candidate for 14.4. So I will be covering that. And I will also, after that, as far as plans for other videos go, after that, I'm most likely going to be working on some gaming videos for you guys, because I realize that it's been a while since you guys have seen any gaming videos. So after that, after the next video, well, basically the next video after this, the next video after that is going to be a gaming-based video. I'm not sure exactly which game it will be just yet, but just know it's going to be a gaming video. So that is all I have for you guys today, and I hope you guys are having a great day or night wherever you are, and I hope you guys also enjoyed this video. So if you guys are also brand new, please be sure to subscribe and leave a like as well if you would absolutely love to. I'd really appreciate that. And also, please leave a comment as well and just, voice your opinions about macOS, how this video was. Just, feel free to comment anything as long as it's not, offensive to myself or others. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.